Happy new moon in Pisces, besties. I'm Danny, Sag Sun, Leo Moon, Libra Rising.
And I'm Aubrey, Aquarius Sun, Scorpio Moon, Taurus Rising.
And we're your Astro Sluts.
We're getting sexy for episode 5. We're talking sex with all the signs, how to ask for what you want, and a sexy question mark mystery date later.
Thanks for calling Astro Sluts. Leave your birth time.
If you want to know how to get that guy, text their mom. We're going to need that time. We'll be your latest crush. Call us Astro Sluts.
Do you want to share what you did this weekend?
Yes, I had a very eventful week on multiple fronts. I had my first show for doing my original music. It was a great, silly, fun time.
It was so exciting. I was so proud.
Thank you. Yeah, it went, my funny way of explaining it is it couldn't have gone worse, and I feel great about it.
Yeah.
It feels like it was the worst a show could possibly go. It wasn't bad at all.
No.
Just we had some technical difficulties for those of you who weren't there. And I feel like I killed it.
You did.
So I'm really excited.
You can only go up.
Exactly, and I'm really
and
excited
that's where you want to
about
start
that.
From.
So that is exciting.
Yeah.
And then also right before that, my parents clocked me.
Oh my God, I forgot about this.
I don't even think we didn't really even. Oh, I guess we talked about it at the club.
Yeah. I'm no, you told me the whole story at Berlin.
Classic.
Yeah.
I love that I get to Berlin and I can't shut the fuck up.
I know, it's loud as hell.
It's really funny.
Screaming.
So
yesterday.
Something about it. I have so much to say.
Happening.
So funny. No, my parents essentially asked my pronouns, which
is
so funny.
It is.
We don't need to go into all of it, but it was exciting. I was just my friends use they them for me, and they were like, why? Because they do, or because you asked them? I was like, because I asked them. They were like, well, why weren't you going to tell us? I was like, well. So yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
New starts for me.
I love it.
What about you?
In classic fashion, a boy was mean to me, and now I think I for real have to cut him off, which is just annoying. I have I don't know. I guess I feel like this keeps happening. I have really casual fun hookup relationships with people, and then they fucking ruin it.
Yeah, for
what? I don't and it goes the same way every time. We're talking whatever, we're kind of texting or something. It happens the same way every time. Someone asks me a question, they ask for an honest answer, I give them an honest answer, and then they get upset, and then they spiral onto me.
Mm-hmm.
Just frustrating. It's frustrating that it continuously happens, and we have these chill relationships, and oftentimes I'm realizing this it's the second time in a row now that it's happened where the person was I want you all to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then
even though you both went in being nope, this is a casual, silly,
and I know that they're hooking up with other people, and so then they know that about me, and I'm never hooking up with that many people, honestly.
No.
But it would be fine if I was, but I'm literally not, so it's not that big of a deal. But also I'm not gonna be exclusive to you if you're not gonna be exclusive to me.
That's called misogyny.
Yeah. So it just goes the same way every time, and it's so frustrating. And then it makes me not want to see anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
When someone projects all that onto me, I was told I would sleep with anyone, and just had a lot of mean shit said to me this weekend.
Yeah.
That makes me not want to see any other boy,
right?
Or do anything. I don't even want to look around too much when I'm out, because I'm was so overly conscious of oh my God, someone's gonna see me and be oh my God, she's looking at a guy because she's such a whore. For why?
No, that's
I'm sorry that you just got mad because I told you, yeah, I am sleeping with other people, because so are you, and now I'm a whore. frustrating. And it's just like so silly because like I never bring this upon people. Like people really just ask questions or like say things like make me jealous. And then I do, and then they won't speak to me anymore.
I'm so sorry you're attracted to men.
I know, me too.
That's so sad.
I know. It's so hard. But that's okay. This week, when you're listening to this, actually Wednesday, if you're listening on the 2nd, there's a new moon in Pisces. And new moons are really good for bringing about new energy, new cycles, habits, all those things. So I am going into this new moon with that bullshit behind me and moving into only relationships where I'm respected, where people understand that what you're putting in, I'm also putting in. So if you want to tie this back to what we've been talking about, this new moon will affect you wherever Pisces falls in your chart. So for me, Pisces is in my 6th house. So that's like not super exciting. It's like health and daily habits and things like that.
But like, but that does connect for me, for you.
Yeah, totally. Just, putting your well-being first.
Yeah, your well-being and what your daily habits,
into,
who you're like.
Yeah, giving energy and efforts towards.
For me, Pisces is the 11th house, so of like community, and I think it's really fun because I just met so many new people, and like I have so many like new projects I'm about to work on with this like new like so I feel like I'm starting to branch out and whatnot. So I am really excited.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I came up with a little new moon intention, a mantra, if you will.
Very Astro Sluts.
Very Astro Sluts.
It's the energy is not.
So I thought I would share it with you all. Yeah, it's not your typical
It's
mantra.
not your typical. It is in our true fashion.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want it any other way, would you?
So for this new moon, our mantra is, I will not let mediocre people project their insecurities onto me. One more time. I will not let mediocre people project their insecurities onto me. Thank you. Write it in your journal.
I'm obsessed. Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it like 7 times last night because I was so fucking upset.
Yeah.
And it's just a good thing to remember that anything anyone says about you is about them.
Yeah, interesting that I feel like that's what we've both been dealing with for like weeks now.
Yeah.
And like I wasn't like, I feel like my therapist had like kind of mentioned things like this in the past few weeks, and like, no, this is the mantra that I needed, like, because I have been letting them.
I know.
No longer. And also just always, I'm like, shout out to everyone, like surround yourself with people you want to be more like.
Yeah, definitely.
You become the people you surround yourself with.
Yes.
And if you don't like the people you're around, you probably are going to start to not like yourself. So
yeah.
This week we're pulling from one of our TikTok comments. Someone needed some advice from your favorite slutty big siblings. Danny, what do our people have going on?
So this was commented in all caps, and imagine that this is all caps when I read it. How do I get myself out of an accidental throuple situation? I love this one.
I want more information.
I do too. So unfortunately, I went to go back, and they commented it on one of our early videos because they like didn't want other people to see it, which is also really fun.
Yeah.
And I went to go back to find it and be like, what are your signs?
Yeah.
Like, tell me anything else you're comfortable sharing. But it was gone. So we're going off what we had, but I just felt like this was important.
Throuple to me means the 3 of you are in a relationship. That's not. That's different than like the person you're dating is also dating someone else, right? Like
you're in a 3-way relationship.
Sounds fun. Like, I want to know why we want out of it.
So from how I took it, and like this is like when accidentally do shit all the time. So when people say that, I really relate to that. Like, I could see me doing that because I just was like afraid to say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
like something like I really just felt like I'm like I could see myself also accidentally doing this because like I just like didn't voice my opinion clearly enough or was like I'm just not good at like communicating boundaries all the time, and I'm like it's fine.
Like,
and
yeah,
then
I think
I'm
we're all
like wait
friends.
what?
Yeah.
And like wait I didn't know this is what we really meant, or like I didn't really know how I got here. So I like that's kind of what I was thinking, but yeah, I don't know if it was like an existing couple that someone was added into, and then I don't know where they would fall in that.
I kind of feel like the only way to like get out of it that I can imagine is you have to just break it off with both of them.
Yeah,
Like I can't
exactly.
imagine like that.
Just isolate one of them.
Yeah, like I think if the other two people are happy in the throuple, like the two of them are still gonna want to date if they can, right?
I think so.
So I think it's too late. I think you're either in the
Yeah.
throuple or
You're
you're
out.
out.
I'm like, it's like in New Gossip Girl, when they had a throuple, the three of like, there was like an existing couple, and then they wanted Max to join their couple to be a throuple, but they said like, if we break it off, like we're all breaking it off, like we won't just like exile you because Max just joined.
Right. Well,
Yeah. So I would say get the courage to speak about it.
yeah.
I think you should definitely, even if you don't immediately want to break up, you should definitely say something about the fact that like this is maybe not the situation that you thought would occur.
Yeah. No,
That
for
seems
sure.
important to
Voice your concerns.
Yeah.
That's something in my last relationship, like I had like little things that I was like, oh, this isn't great for me. And then like so many little things added up. And then I was like, well, now it's this huge thing, which I
like,
don't
I'm
want.
freaking
I can't
out.
even say anything anymore because I'm my fucking Scorpio moon. I'm like, I'm still upset about something that happened 5 months ago. That was that was like a one-time thing that I'm still upset about, and now like it just becomes too much. So I am a big advocate for voicing difficult things that you think the other person's not going to want to hear.
Yeah.
But you should say it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And like you like maybe the other people involved feel the same way. Like you just don't know that until you say something. So if you can be honest about like how you're feeling, like they might literally be feeling the same way. Like you guys might all be like, yeah, what the fuck is happening? You know what I mean? Like maybe no one thought this was what the outcome would be, but you're all just going along with it. Or like maybe they're like, no, we're super cool and happy and like whatever. Or like they might really respect what you have to say and like work to make you feel more comfortable. So yeah, put your little list together. That's what I always do when
We
I
love
have
bullet
to
points. Yeah.
when I have to be brave and talk about my feelings. Put your little notes together. Find a safe space to talk about it, and then just gently voice your concerns.
And I hope the throuple works out for you.
Yeah, and if they care about you, like I'm sure they do, they'll care to listen. So we've been doing lots of serious astro education, so we thought we'd lighten it up this week by just talking about sex, our favorite. We're going to go through the signs and share our personal experiences with each one.
So obviously we'll start with Aries. Shall I begin?
Yeah, I've never had sex with an Aries.
Oh, okay, then perfect. So when I was 18, I had sex with a few Aries, which is just like
That's scary.
horrible. Yeah, but also like makes so much sense. They both had just like very high libidos. Like were able to like take the lead. Like you know what I mean? Like I didn't have to like do much.
Yeah.
Which like for me, honestly, like I lost my virginity to an Aries.
Yeah.
Which for me like was very like I didn't have to like worry about it. Was not like awkward at all. Like you know they like were confident, knew what they were doing, like and I just you know had to lay
just
there.
was there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Really funny. I think I guess these weren't like this is not where it began, but obviously like this conversation happened before.
Yeah.
But just funny that these two people were very much like both had many conversations of like, you never initiate sex.
Yeah.
Like I've had that conversation with every guy I've ever dated,
Yeah.
obviously.
Like, talk about pillow princess.
For our fans at home, I'm recently really into the concept of a pillow princess. Like I never had been before, and like I really want one right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just think it's but just also funny that like Aries is so like
Yeah.
like high sex drive, like go-getter,
Yeah.
that like
You just don't even need to participate.
We were having so much sex.
Yeah.
Why would I want I
Do
didn't want it at
anything.
all, let alone any more.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
just funny that like the Aries were like, well, why don't you start it sometime? I'm like, well, because
I know when
when would I don't when would I have the opportunity?
Yeah, that's funny. I like imagine like Aries sex is like they like just like scream like I love you in the middle of it, and you're like, we just met 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
That's like that's like in my head.
Yeah,
When I'm like, what would that be like? I'm like, oh, it would be like that.
yeah.
I'm like, we just went to dinner and we just met on Hinge like yesterday.
And then you have like a quickie.
Yeah.
And they're like, I love you. And you're like,
What?
why?
Literally.
No, that is actually no. Yeah, I'm like trying to. Both of those relationships were not long,
Yeah.
and they both told me they loved me.
Yeah.
I dated them for like a couple months.
Yeah.
Jesus, I mean, one
Aries.
I had been friends with like forever, so like
Yeah.
that's different. But
But
the other one, the other one has no excuse. Taurus.
You gotta take the first half of the zodiac.
So I've only had consensual sex with one Taurus.
Yeah.
It did end with me sobbing. Perfect. Yeah. But leading up to the sobbing, it was like so aesthetic. Granted, this was the guy that had like taxidermy
Yeah.
in his house.
Yeah.
Had like the coolest style, had the most beautiful dog, but there were like baby birds in jars on the shelves and shit. But like the lighting was stunning. There was like vinyl playing. Like, I don't
Yeah.
remember what record. Like I got to pick what color ropes I wanted.
Yeah.
Like
For me, this is like, it's like the sex and food or food and sex,
Yeah.
like the Instagram Sarah Baba like series.
Oh, yeah.
That's like Taurus sex in my
yes,
head.
absolutely. Yes, and then this is also the guy that was like, he was like, I make the best avocado toast ever. Like, I'm going to get gluten-free bread.
for you.
Of course, is
Oh my
trying to win me with the food as well.
God, Literally.
Oh, I don't know if I've shared this on here, but this Taurus also, like, tied me up in the most complex way, like, ever. And I just think it is a really funny because he was an Eagle Scout.
Oh my God, wait, I have something funny to say. And I was talking to one of our Taurus friends over the weekend.
Yeah. Obsessed.
And they just said that they ordered rope. And then they were like Googling how to tie kinky knots. And a Boy Scout tutorial came up
Shut
how
up.
to tie like the kinky knot. And we were dying.
I wonder if I'm like, which, how was it? Because I'm like, was it the same way?
I don't
wonder.
know. I mean, I imagine like that's a different art form, like what you learn in Boy Scouts, but maybe
Yeah.
not if they were a Boy Scout.
No, they were like top tier Boy Scout.
Well, maybe you should Google it, see if it matches
I'm
up.
gonna Google it right now. We're about
Yeah.
to live find out. I'm like, okay, there is a Reddit. I've used the knots I learned in Boy Scouts for more kinky sex. All right, Gemini. I dated a
It gives
gross.
Love is Blind to me. So
Stop.
much talking.
I've only had sex with one Gemini. We did have a lot to talk about. Like, he was very cool. All I have to say, all I care to discuss, to be honest, is I found another girl's hair in the bed. It was not like we were not dating seriously at all.
Yeah,
But I just thought that was gross.
that's gross. Ew.
And then I was like, okay, yeah, no, this is not it.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
Yeah. Cancer.
So for me, Cancer, just like I immediately think like mouth. And I say this all the time. But the first time I really like found interest in like wondering if all the signs have sex the same way was when I hooked up with like my second Cancer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, you're doing the same fucking weird mouth thing. Like so much mouth. on my mouth, on my vagina. Like, it all just, like, all I could ever think of when I was with a Cancer was, like, why are you using your mouth so much? Like, it was too open or something. I don't know. Both times, it was just, like, all I could think was, like, mouth on vagina. Like, nothing felt like anything but just, like, mouth.
Okay, that is actually so funny because the Cancer I was trying to hook up with a few years ago couldn't get hard.
Oh, my God.
So, like,
it
a
was
lot of
mouth. Why? And, like, I'm really into, like, the body part rulerships, and Cancer's not, like, the mouth, but, like, for me, I don't know why it's so,
It's
like,
very mouthy.
it's mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, the one Cancer boy I used to hook up with a little bit, he was just, like, a sweet angel, so I could look past it. The other one was just, like, this is gross. But, yeah, both of them, same weird thing.
Leo.
The only Leo I ever hooked up with, we hooked up like twice, and he would just like come really fast.
Interesting.
That's like I don't really have that much to say because it was just
Yeah.
like a very fast
Yeah, it wasn't, like, really
experience.
anything.
Yeah.
And then it was over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like friends with benefits with a Leo in college. He was for sure in love with me though.
Yeah.
And I was very much like no. It was someone that like everyone wanted to get with. So I was
Yeah.
just like, I guess you're mine now.
Yeah.
Like,
I won.
Yeah, just like a silly, and it was like just so nothing for me, but like I mean, we were friends, like we got along really well.
Yeah.
But I won.
Yeah,
And
totally.
that was just like, I'm like honestly very Scorpio of me, to be honest.
I know. That's
But
funny.
I don't remember. The sex was fine.
Yeah. I'm like, I feel like you should have like mirror sex with a Leo. Maybe they'd be more into it.
Yeah,
then.
interesting.
Like maybe we should have done it in front of a mirror. He probably would have lasted longer looking at himself.
Virgo.
I've never hooked up with a Virgo.
I think Virgos are like most underrated
Yeah.
hookup is the word I'd like to give them. Virgos are like, dare I say, freaky.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, like I feel like that's where they can like really like let
Yeah,
loose
no, our
and like
signs kind of are.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would fuck a Virgo again.
Yeah.
Like for the Virgo I hooked up with was a man, but like
It was fine. 10/10 would recommend.
what? Maybe not 10 out of 10, but like
Yeah.
it was at least
Passing
like
grade.
it was interesting enough
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that it wasn't like the worst. Like it was
Yeah.
like at least something more. It was more interesting than talking to him.
Yeah, totally.
So that's good. I mean, would I think about girls in order to finish myself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was I actively, not that we were ever even talked about being exclusive, was I actively trying to like cheat on him though with my friend? Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if I had been attracted to him, I think it would have been
Yeah.
fantastic
Yeah,
sex.
totally.
Yeah. So
Okay, I'm gonna
can't
find
fault
a
him.
Virgo.
Yeah, no, I think you would enjoy.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I would have to, like, really get myself together.
And
I'd
I
have to,
feel like there would be
shower. I'd be, like, so nervous. I feel like I'm always, like, sweaty.
Yeah.
But I usually hook up with, like, Scorpios, and they're into it.
But I feel like for you, honestly, like I feel like they would be much more organized,
Yeah,
and it would be
true.
less of like a game. Like I feel like you
Yeah.
could just like
It would just
have
be, like,
it on the
straightforward,
calendar.
and they
yeah.
wouldn't be, like, crazy.
Yeah, less like
Yeah, okay.
emotional about
Yeah.
it.
That's nice.
Yeah. Libra.
Well, obviously, I love Libras. I've had, like, very different Libra experiences. I would say there's, like, two. This is, like, how I'm going to break it up.
On either side of the scale.
Exactly. So the first one is we're just like both way too fucking hot to hook up with each other. We both just like expect the other person to want to impress us. And then neither of us do because I'm like, well, I'm fucking hot. I'm not doing shit to you. And he's like, I'm fucking hot. I'm not doing shit to you. So we kind of are just like both hot. And we have.
I cannot with that entire mindset.
No, I love it.
So you're telling me you're both bottoms.
Yeah. No, for sure. neither of us care about making the other person happy because we both think that we should be the one receiving. I said double pillow princess energy. Which doesn't really work. And like we've had really good sex when like one of us tries. But I would say on the regular, literally both of us just like get bored. And then we just like lay down and watch a movie. He's like, are you tired? I'm like, no, I'm just kind of bored. He's like, okay, me too. And we just stop. Like, I'm not trying to impress you.
That's kind of iconic, though.
I know. It's like really nice.
Yeah.
Like, I'm mad that he made it dramatic because we were having a nice time.
Yeah.
It was fine. But then the other end of that is like the opposite where they're like cannot, like they can't finish unless you do. Which I also hate. Like, I know they think they're feminists, but, like, for me, that just brings the experience back to being all about a man.
Yeah.
And then it's, like, so much pressure. And, like, I can't even enjoy myself because it's just, like, do you like this? Do you like this? Should I keep doing this? What about this? It's, like, let's just have sex. Like, if, I don't know. If sex was about, like, coming for me, I would just do it myself. Like, I would not sleep with a man for that. I'm, like, just trying to, like, be touched. And, like, have energy and vibes. Like, that's just not what it's about for me.
No, nor should it be.
Yeah.
Like,
so, like, I don't know. There's, like, the opposite of that is, like, I mean, he eventually did. And then he could also come and whatever. Good, fine. But, like, I don't know. That's just, like, I would rather have both of us, like, lying down and being like, I'm not trying to do anything for you right now than, like, the opposite.
Yeah.
It, like, I don't know. I know there's a happy medium in there somewhere. But, like,
yeah, but no, that's so annoying though. Like the pressure.
yeah, there's just so much pressure,
like-
and then it's like, well, now it's not fun
like,
anymore because I'm again like your prize.
I have to do this. Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, like, oh no, like I don't deserve to if you can't. Like, shut
Well, yeah,
up. Like,
just
who cares?
stop. Like, I know. So weird.
just come
like,
if you're gonna come, and like
yeah, like I had to give him like a pep talk in the middle of it.
that. I
Like again.
get a therapist.
Yeah, literally.
I feel like the sex I've had with Libras honestly was only like good sex because I was like emotionally invested with both
Yeah.
of them. Like I don't like it, like I can't like I don't feel like I have like an objective like
Yeah, totally.
yeah, I don't know. Which is interesting though that
Yeah.
like Libra's so like partnershipy and like
Yeah, no.
it was like
it's like a totally
neither of
different
them were just like
experience.
rando hookups.
Yeah,
Like they were both
no,
like
for sure.
something.
Yeah.
Scorpio. I personally can't be owned, so I haven't.
Yeah, well, I can. Yeah, so for me that's not an issue. Scorpios are ruled by their crotch. I hate the word genitals, but like crotch is maybe worse. Scorpios are ruled by their crotch. That's why they're like so associated with sex.
Yeah.
It's like a rulership
And
thing.
ruled by
Yeah,
Mars.
exactly.
As we know
So, like,
too.
Very classic. If you hear people like talk about like sex with Scorpio, like that's why. I don't know. I've never had bad Scorpio sex. I've obviously had like very bad Scorpio experience, but like the sex is never an issue. Again, I don't know if this is like anyone else has experienced this, but like one of my Scorpios is so obsessed with anal. Like I literally have a text from a couple days ago, like I'm obsessed with your asshole. It just feels very Scorpio to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scorpios are like a little kinky, a little gross, but like
Nothing
a good
wrong
time.
with that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the bucket list for sure.
Yeah.
Sagittarius.
I only had sex with a Sag once, and it was just like having sex with myself. It was weird.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it again. We made out literally the same way. I'm like, why are you doing that? I do that. Like the way he pulled away every 0.4 seconds is like a teasy thing. I'm like, I do that. Stop doing that.
That's funny.
Yeah, we like had just like a bathroom quickie. It was
Yeah.
very Danny.
I only hooked up with one Sag when I was 18. I like don't really remember. Like it,
Yeah.
I would say meh.
Yeah. I would say if I'm speaking like about myself, I would say like I like fun, I like adventure, I like a side of danger
Okay.
is like very Sag, and I also don't want it to last that long. Like I get bored.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, that's probably right. I mean, he was cheating on his girlfriend at the time, so
Yeah.
there's the danger.
There's danger. Yeah.
And I don't really remember them, so they couldn't have been very long or intimate or exciting.
Yeah, totally.
Capricorn?
Capricorn sex is literally devil sex, and it's super addicting. But yeah, I always say that, and then when I started getting into tarot, I was like, oh my god, Capricorn is like the devil card in tarot. And I always would say like having sex with my ex was like devil sex. Like there was something about it. It was so good. It was so addicting. And like he was so fucking terrible, but I'd be like, it's fine, we could sleep together.
Yeah.
It was just like,
yeah.
it's like devil sex.
Huh. I haven't had like sex with a Capricorn. My like one of my high school boyfriends was a Capricorn, but we didn't like have sex. And the other two Capricorns I've tried to fuck won't speak to me. Yeah. So multiple. I'm like was also a Capricorn, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So when I was like, I don't get it. Why am I not good enough for you?
Yeah,
like,
totally. That's funny.
Yeah. Aquarius.
I've never hooked up with an aqua.
I have. I would say fantastic. The only guy that ever
I would say 10 out of 10.
the only guy that ever made me come was an Aquarius.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like just observations of myself.
Props for me.
Props to me. I would say I'm like very receptive. Like I'm just like very in tune with like what the other person like likes, and I'm like just really good at like paying attention, and that like that's what I'm focused on. Very like up to like just trying new things. But I think sometimes a little bit too much like that. Like I just very much like, oh yeah, whatever you want, and like
no,
not
totally.
like
I'm the
standing
same way
my
too,
ground. Yeah,
which I think is more my aqua.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm just like very analytical about it, but in a way where I'm like completely detached from my emotions. Like we can have a fucking fun time, but like it like surface level, I'm like it's not like an emotional thing for me necessarily.
No, I mean me either, I guess.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I feel like my aqua, all my aqua energy is like
your Venus
like
and
I
Mars,
love to try shit.
Yeah,
like I love to do weird random shit, even though I know like I'm not gonna like I will do the shit that I like. No, I don't really like. I'm not gonna really like that.
Yeah,
but like it's fine because I want to try
like,
it.
Like it's
yeah,
not
like I'm not like I know that I'm not really gonna have a great time or not gonna be like, oh my god, that was amazing. But I'd rather just like do it.
Whatever. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Pisces.
I literally slept in this Pisces bed so many times.
Yeah.
So many times. Like could not get this man to sleep with me. And then like literally we were like dating and I had to be like, can we have sex?
Right.
Like what is going on? Like sex is really important to me, and it just was like not to him. And it was, I mean, I think there's like a lot more layers to him just being a Pisces. I think he had a lot of like intimacy issues.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't like, we can't be dating and we can't not have sex. Like that makes me think you're not into me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he gave like good head, but he was definitely not interested in being like a receiver, which was fine for me because like I don't really want to do that. But also like that's weird. Like he was my boyfriend. I never sucked his dick.
I was thinking of a different person in my head this whole time. I was thinking,
oh, he's a Cancer.
I know that now.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm like, wait, can you say all of that again so I can think of the right person? Wait, what? You never sucked his dick?
No. It was so
like my ideal relationship.
I know. It was fine, but like no. And I don't think he like wanted me to. Like
is he gay?
I think so. I mean, I think he's gay.
Interesting.
No, I kind of always thought that, and I think he really is. Or he just has like really like, I mean, he's very like avoidant attachment, and avoidant attachment styles like very much show like signs of intimacy issues.
Yeah.
Or like don't want to be intimate with people.
Yeah. Been there.
Yeah. So like I don't know if it's that. I obviously don't want to
Right.
like project that on him, but I kind of think he's gay. Because like why don't you want to have sex? It's like the TikToks. This boy is gay. Like we'd have like decent sex, but like it was just like not like It was not like anything I'd ever done before. I was like, I don't, like, I feel like you're doing this because I want. It was very much like he was doing it because I wanted him to.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he was just way more concerned with, like, how I felt and, like, stuff. And I was just like, don't you want to, like, I want you to, like, enjoy this too.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Well, I have enough self-respect that I never fucked a Pisces man.
Yeah, well, congratulations. It's really weird.
But my girly girl, like, I can't actually call me a lesbian. I can't comprehend having bad sex with someone that's not a man.
Yeah.
Like, for me, just, like, I'm so much more comfortable, like, physically, but also, like, I feel like we could just talk about it. Like, I just don't understand how, like, something would, like, not. I don't know. I just can't imagine it. How bad could it be? Like, I don't know. But, like, I don't know. I feel like Pisces sex is, like, really sweet. Like, it's hard for me to, like, distinguish what about my last relationship, like, sex-wise was Pisces, and there were just, like, so many other factors affecting our sex lives. Like, we didn't have, like, a normal ever, you know?
Totally.
Like, it was always, like, why I, like, would not want to do long distance again is because, like, it's just so hard to, like, progress. Like,
yeah. I know. I mean, you know, for me, the only reason I would ever be in a relationship is, like, to have sex every day. And then, like, if you're not living near someone, like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's just nice to be able to, like, even if you're, like, dating someone, like, it's nice that you, like, kiss and then you, like, make out.
Yeah,
and
there's,
then,
like,
you know what I mean?
levels
Like,
and layers. And
then, like, the more you have sex, like, the more, like, comfortable with you are.
Yeah.
You kind of get into, like, a routine, and it's just, like, hard long distance. Like,
you never feel
you have to
like
do
that
everything. You have to do everything now,
all
like,
the
this
time.
week. Yeah. And then, like, you, like.
And then you don't for a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love that.
No. We'll definitely be continuing this conversation on our socials this week. We want to hear your experiences with all these signs, see if they line up with ours.
Yes, please share in the comments.